Juelz Santana says Jay-Z and Camron had a funny relationship and Rocafella never really meshed with Dipset. What up, world? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell. So anybody with two eyes can tell you that when Camron went to Rocafella Records, it was weird. We all heard the infamous story that Dame Dash not only signed Camron when Jay-Z was on vacation because of Rocafella Records had an internal beef with these two or three of them. I don't know if all three of them were at odds, but for sure, Jay-Z and Dame Dash had odds. And not only did he sign Camron, rumor has it that he made Camron, quote unquote, the president of of Rocafella Records, which made us all go like, what? We outsiders, and we knew these two dudes didn't get along. So the only reason you could have possibly signed him was to irritate Jay and to show Jay, I got as much power as you in this thing and I can do what I want. And if I want to, I'll bring a dude I know you don't like in here because he's my man. And it never really worked. Jay-Z did do the song. He did Welcome to New York City with Camron. But history tells you, Camron tells you, they never really saw eye to eye. And it was always a funny vibe. So that's like when you, and I hate saying stuff like when you're on the block, right? I hate always taking stuff back to the block. But it's only really one way to really describe the situation when these dudes are all off the block. And when you're on the block and your man is cool with you and him do everything together. But he got a man that act real funny around you. And his whole energy when he come around you is to try to sun you and play you and act like you ain't really all that. And he trying to bring you down a peg and he knows that you know that. Your man in the middle because he rock with both of y'all. But when he's around you, he don't bring him around. But soon as you and your man start having a little disagreements, now he want to bring you his man in that he know don't really run with you, don't really rock, not really that cool with you. But now he want to bring him in as a partner and say he's running things with me. That's almost saying this is done here. And I dare you to do anything because my man is here, right? Simple fact of the matter is when he brought in, the Rocafella was already coming. When he brought Camron in, it sealed it. Yeah, Jay did the song Welcome to New York City with Cam. A fire song. But Jay gonna be Jay on anybody's record. He's not gonna let you out publicly outshine him. But he ain't gonna do everything he can to make you blow up. So what happened was, that was Camron's first and only, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, platinum album. When he went to Rocafella Records and he did the song with Jay-Z. Everybody ran out to get that. What was it? Come Walk With Me or Walk Home With Me, something like that. I can't remember. Come Walk Home With Me or something like that, right? That was like one of my favorite Camron albums. I know a lot of Camron fans disagree with that, and they tell me I'm crazy when I say that. But to me, I like that album, right? A lot of people act like, oh, you ain't no real Cam fan. You know what I'm saying? He starts talking about all these different albums, right? But to me, that was one of his best works. And I believe that was his most cohesive work outside of trying to just be some ghetto hood stuff. It was more versatile and well-rounded, right? To me. But Juelz is right. They never really meshed. They had a funny relationship, even from the outside looking in. So imagine looking in. When you're in Dipset and you're running with Cam every day and you see the funniness when Jay come around. And a lot of people would be like, if you're on their team, you're going to be like Jay Funny style, right? But if I'm rocking with Jay or if I am Jay, I'm like, nah, I'm not funny style. I just don't rock with y'all dudes. It ain't that I'm funny style. It's just I don't rock with y'all. And he knows I don't rock with y'all. And he bringing y'all around. He signs the whole group. He brings y'all in. Now y'all running with my chain on. Y'all running with my company name on. Y'all running with my logo. When at the end of the day, I don't rock with these Harlem dudes like that. And they coming in here with all this rah, rah, rah. They clearly my competitors. They've always been my competitors, right? But now you're trying to make it like you rock Rocafella and you holding up the rock, which we all know you only here for the money and as soon as you can, you're going to take me out of here and take this thing over with. But I got news for y'all. It ain't going to be nothing if I leave, right? I wouldn't even be surprised if Dame was thinking, I'm going to own this even if Jay leave. He might have been thinking he was going to bully Jay like Dre and make Jay leave without nothing. But what he didn't know was everybody over top of him was on Jay's side. Everybody that was distributing Rocafella and everybody they was doing business with was rocking with Jay. So there wasn't going to be no usurp of power. It was going to be when Jay leave, this whole thing going to fall apart because nobody's going to do business with you, right? And you can't take the name. So he probably was thinking like it was going to be a death row move where, okay, Dre left. He left with nothing. He picked up and created a whole new company out of scratch because he was scared to bark. But I don't think he understood that this wasn't the same situation. But Juelz and Cam and them, they came in, they was super cocky. And that's what Jay was. All of them was cocky. So it never was really going to mesh. If they not your mans from the beginning, and all of y'all ultra cocky, y'all all on this New York stuff, y'all all like subbing each other, it was never going to work from the beginning. So Juelz is right, and he said that they felt like the black sheep. They felt like they had to knock over the table. In the family, they felt like they was the misfits, which they were because they weren't genuinely signed there. Just like when they signed ODB, when Dame Dash signed Old Dirty Bastard, he wasn't a genuine member of the Rock. It didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. So it's like, yeah, you're going to feel away because you don't belong here. Right? The music you're doing, not even the type of music we do over here. Right? And it's like, you have to understand if the company itself is all in shambles, then you already got the Philly dudes there. They've been there before these Harlem dudes. So you're going to kick them to the back and try to bring up Dipset in front of State Prop. Right? State Property been there years before these guys. Now they running the hallways with this Dipset, all this stuff. And I believe they had a little war words with them too. So it's like, what did you expect when Dame Dash brought these dudes in? It was already failing. They did what they had to do. They did their music, but wasn't much left to do. Because when this guy signed him, it ended everything. Right? I don't know if they did a full Dipset album over there or not. I know they did Cam. I don't know if that Diplomats album came on Rocafella. It may have, but I am not 100% sure. So I can't say for sure if they dropped a whole Dipset album on Rocafella because I simply don't remember. I really don't. I believe they was in the Def Jam game, but Juelz said he was signed to Def Jam directly. When he left, when Rocafella dismantled, he was signed to Def Jam directly anyway and went on to keep rocking with Def Jam. So it really didn't affect his music career one way or the other when Rocafella disbanded. But yeah, I believe what he's saying, that they never meshed over there at Rocafella and they felt out of place because they was brought in just to pick wounds with this dude. Right? I really believe Dame Dash thought he was going to bully this guy out. That's why he started signing all these weird, irregular artists that didn't fit. I think he overplayed his hand. I think he didn't understand that he wasn't as strong with that as he thought he was, and that label didn't belong to him. Even though stuff be a three-way split, it be people that it really belong, that really hold the label down. That's why Jay ended up with the whole name, right? Remember that little weird time when it was just Jay and Kanye rapping for Rocafella, talking about Rocafella, my home, like all this. It ain't many of us, it's plenty of us. You know what I'm saying? All that little stuff where it was just really Jay and Kanye was the whole Rocafella. And there was nothing released on there. I believe the last album released on Rocafella, believe it or not, was Jadakiss. That wasn't Jay-Z or Kanye. I believe it was Jadakiss. Jadakiss got signed on them at the last minute. So you know it was all kind of chaos over there. They was signing anybody, right? Everybody that had something to say about Jay before, they got signed, right? But I think that what happened was he didn't have the muscle he thought. And he got pushed out because it wasn't just Jay that could do the pushing. So he got pushed out and it ended up being Jay and Kanye for about 4 or 5 years as Rocafella. And that was it. That was it. I think Blueprint 3 and all that stuff. Like, what's the Kanye joint? My Sick Dark Twisted Fantasy. I think that was the era. I could be off by one album, but that little era wasn't nobody on Rocafella. So Dame Dash completely failed at that, taking over Rocafella thing, and it blew up in his face. But yeah, Juelz is right. That little funny relationship didn't last, and they got dropped. But tell me what you think in the comments. CLBMG.com. I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Make sure you be here for the next one. Hit the share button, hit the like button. I'm going to talk to you. Peace.
CLB.